Welcome back to the Sports News Analysis YouTube channel. My name is Mike. Continuing my Week 15 NFL previews and analysis. This video is for the game between the New England Patriots and the Miami Dolphins. It'll be played down in Miami, who comes in with a record of 7-6, trying to compete there for that second wild card spot in the AFC. Right now, currently tied with the Baltimore Ravens, and you have New England 10-3 in firm control of the AFC East. A win on Sunday would give New England their sixth AFC East championship in a row. And you have New England coming into this game. Obviously, the big news, Rob Gronkowski lost for the year with that knee injury. In his place, you would expect Julian Edelman and Shane Vereen, as they did last week when Gronkowski was injured, to step up and be the recipient of more targets from Tom Brady. Other than that, you look at that defense of New England. To me, that's really their Achilles heel. As Tom Brady always does, he figures out a way eventually to put points on the board. With Gronkowski, I thought this team had a chance to make it to the Super Bowl. I no longer think that now, because the offense is not going to be as high-powered without him, and I think this defense is such a big liability. Look, when they were healthy, they weren't that great. These injuries they've had throughout the course of the year to Will Fork, to Mayo, with the secondary being banged up in parts, I think they're really taking their toll. And I think when they play average to good teams, you see that sort of rear its ugly head. And we'll see this week. You have Mike Wallace going up against Aqib Talib, who has that hip injury. You also have Charles Clay against that linebacking core of New England. Clay had a pretty good game last week when these two teams played. And most importantly, you have the running of Lamar Miller, which has gotten a lot better in the last month or so. The overall play of this Dolphins offensive line, especially in the run game, has gotten better here. Miller had 89 yards in the first meeting between these two teams. How is he able to run in between the tackles? I think is going to be a key part of this game. We all know the problems that the Dolphins have had protecting the quarterback. Ryan Tannehill sacked 47 times. On the other side, look, the Patriots are going to look to get their receivers, their young receivers involved, obviously, but even more so, expect Vereen and Edelman, as I said, for their targets to go up. The Dolphins linebacking core, a lot better at pass coverage than they are against the run. I mean, the stats do bear that out. So I don't know if Vereen's going to have the effectiveness he would have in a normal situation against a normal group of linebackers who pass protection may not be their forte. But you look at Phillip Wheeler, you look at Donnell Ellerbe, against the run they've underwhelmed, but they've done very well in the passing game. And, we'll see how that matchup sort of ends up here. Look, their last 13 meetings in Miami, New England is just 7-6. And for that Bill Belichick-led squad, who's been pretty much dominant here, as I said, in this division for the last 10-15 years, that is a stat that I think warrants some attention. There is going to be, in my opinion, an adjustment period without Gronkowski. And that's why I think the Patriot offense, instead of being in that 27 to 30 range, may be in that 21 to 24 points range. So can Miami, put that many points on the board? I mean, you look at Miami's offense, they've only scored over 30 points one game this season, and that game was last week against Pittsburgh when they scored 34 points. So I think Tannehill, and especially the running game, is going to have to go out and win this game, and can they do it? Because I think Miami is going to be able to slow down Brady and that offense enough to give the Miami offense a chance. And I think the Miami offense does seize the opportunity in a must-win at home. Remember, this is a must-win for Miami. Yes, New England still has aspirations for home field, for a bye week. But Miami, with their backs up against the wall at home in a must-win, I'm expecting a big effort out of them tomorrow in this division rivalry game. I like Miami Miami +1 at home. Guys, let me know what you think. Hit me up in the YouTube comments. Hit me up on Twitter at SNewsAnalysis. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. I preview and recap every game every week. Always talking about the NFL. Going to start talking about some more draft stuff as well. So be sure to subscribe. Thanks for listening. Have a great night.